Fox 11 News at 5 is following breaking news this evening in what could be described as a movie plot. Federal authorities unravel a plan to kidnap and kill Michigan's governor.
Among other activities, members of this conspiracy on 2 occasions conducted coordinated surveillance on the governor's vacation home.
Investigators say the months-long scheme spans several states with plans to bring Gretchen Whitmer to Wisconsin.
I knew this job would be hard, but I'll be honest, I never could have imagined anything like this.
Tonight, how the plot was uncovered and what the suspects did to try and avoid being captured.
Balanced news and severe weather coverage. This is Fox 11 News at 5.
We begin tonight with breaking news coverage from Michigan. Law enforcement say the plan to kidnap Michigan's governor was part of a larger plot to eventually overthrow that state's government.
As national correspondent Atra El-Nashar reports, the outcome could have been incredibly violent.
The FBI says earlier this year they discovered social media activity about this plot, and using a confidential informant and undercover agents, they learned that the people involved in this allegedly used encrypted technology and code names to try and avoid detection by law enforcement, but ultimately they were caught.
When I put my hand on the Bible and took the oath of office 22 months ago, I knew this job would be hard, but I'll be honest, I never could have imagined anything like this.
Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer reacting to an alleged plot by 13 men to kidnap her and overthrow her state's government.
Our efforts uncovered elaborate plans to endanger the lives of law enforcement officers, government officials, and the broader public.
Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel says the men are linked to the militia group Wolverine Watchmen.
Members of this conspiracy on 2 occasions conducted coordinated surveillance on the governor's vacation home.
2 of the men allegedly planned to use explosives to distract police, even considering blowing up a highway bridge. The FBI says one wanted 200 men to storm the Michigan State Capitol building and take hostages, including Governor Whitmer.
Hatred, bigotry, and violence have no place in the great state of Michigan. If you break the law or conspire to commit heinous acts of violence against anyone, we will find you.
One of Governor Whitmer's usual political rivals, Michigan's Republican Senate Majority Leader Mike Shirkey, tweeting, quote, "A threat against our governor is a threat against all of us," going on to say, "They are not patriots. There is no honor in their actions." Some of the men allegedly met outside the Michigan State Capitol earlier this year at a protest against the governor's stay-at-home orders, following a tweet from President Trump saying, "Liberate Michigan."
Now, we still have not heard anything from President Donald Trump about the FBI's efforts or anything about this plot at all. But we have heard from the Democratic presidential ticket and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. They both tell reporters today that they've each spoken with Governor Whitmer and they condemn any form of white supremacy or extremist violence.
And Atra, give us an idea. Michigan isn't the only state involved in this story. How do Ohio and Wisconsin factor into this alleged plot to kidnap and kill Whitmer?
Right, so it certainly spans across several states. Ohio comes into play because it's allegedly where a group of more than a dozen men met earlier this year to plot what they were going to do and exchange ideas. And Wisconsin comes into play here because the men allegedly wanted to kidnap Whitmer, bring her to Wisconsin, and try her for treason. And they all wanted to do this before Election Day. Back to you.
That's our national correspondent Atra El-Nashar reporting from Washington, D.C. tonight. Atra, thank you.
Now, the criminal complaint also specifically names Cambria, Wisconsin. Cambria is located in northeast Columbia County in the south central part of the state. You can see it on the map there. Court documents allege that 5 of the men charged in the plot also spent a weekend training with militia members here in July. Fox 11's Ben Krumholtz is there.
People who live here in Cambria say this is a place where everyone knows everyone. And when word started to spread in the village of about 700 people that militia members supposedly trained here for a weekend in July, no one could believe it. In court documents, the FBI says an informant was part of the training. The informant says there was firearms training, tactical drills, and 2 attempts at making and setting off IEDs. The explosives, however, did not blow up as planned, according to the court documents. The Cambria Village president and Columbia County Sheriff's Office both told us they aren't looped in on the FBI's investigation. Cambria residents say they have no idea where something like this could even happen in the village.
We're all close here. Everybody knows what everybody else is doing, so that's why I can't imagine what they're saying is going on.
We reached out to the FBI to see exactly where in the village this training took place. However, the FBI is not commenting. The Wisconsin Department of Justice says it is not part of this investigation. In Cambria, Ben Krumholz, Fox 11 News.